under the reform arm now movement, we thought that the problems of DepEd were just as what we had discussed. But when we assumed office last January 17, as I have been mentioning in several occasions, becoming a DepEd secretary is like becoming a child because you will discover new things every day. And recently, or about last week, we discovered a very significant problem in DepEd arm, and that is our problem with pagiging fund. We have an outstanding obligation of around 185 million pesos. That is in addition to our GSIS problem, which now amounts to 1.7 billion. I didn't prepare really a opening statement, so I may be jumping from one point to another. But the most important things I have to discuss, for example, is our furniture needs. The President mentioned that in his SONA that there will be a 1:1 ratio insofar as the armchair is concerned throughout the nation. Unfortunately, in ARM, our present need for school furniture is insofar as we have a total need of 536,865. Delivered or included in the 2010-2011 school furniture is 29,316. So that will give us the idea on how little school furniture we have been allotted by the national government. So for year 2010-2011, we only have around 30,000 allotment. Then for 2011-2012, we have around 45,000. Although for this coming year, which we are going to contract out maybe next month, we have 107,859 school furniture. So all in all, we still have a shortage of around 356,052 school furniture. That is already that includes both elementary and secondary education. Insofar our school building need is concerned, we have a total need of around 6,000 rather. Unfortunately, we have, aside from the projects that are ongoing and the 2012-2013 school building program, which we just bid out, there is an intervention coming from Assy, which will involve the construction of around 6,000 classrooms in efficient, which will be to cover all these classroom shortages that we have. Unfortunately, this program or this project proposal still has to be discussed with the DepEd's approval. The other week, the governor and I were in the office of the NEDA in Manila to present during a dry run, the dry run presentation of the NEDA of the proposal before it will be presented to the President for final approval. So with this BEAM program, we hope that the classroom shortage in the ARMM will be addressed. The program will also include the issue you have earlier mentioned. One of the issues is the Madaris education in ARMM. At present, we only have 56 accredited institutions. These are private institutions recognized or volunteered to be recognized or to be part of the Department of Education. The mandate I entrusted to USEC SAPTA is to encourage more private madrasa to be included under the Department of Education. Most of these 56 private madrasas are actually in Lanao. Only 6 are in the island municipality provinces of Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. And with the present administration, I have been encouraging private madrasas in the island provinces to avail themselves of the program. Our biggest problem actually lies on the allegation of ghost pupils. As part of our initial steps that we in it last March, there was a meeting of planning officers. These planning officers are the ones responsible in putting into the system our EBEIS, the Enhanced Basic Education Information System. They are the one who input the data on the number of enrollment, number of schools, classrooms, teachers, and everything that the department needs. We encourage them to verify the data first, insofar as the number of enrollment is concerned. To verify the data first from the school itself, so that we will have a genuine or authentic data. Because the present data we have, which is for the school year 2011-2012, is based on information given the preceding year. So actually, when we mention about 6,000 classroom shortages or 356 school furniture shortage, it may not be actually true because the data previously were bloated. So if we can correct the data within this school year, the number, both as to the number of classrooms, number of teachers needed, and even the number of armchairs, will be drastically reduced. The Office of the Governor, through the Undersecretary on Special Concern, initially went to the island province of Tawi-Tawi and discovered so many things. Schools being utilized by only about 10 to 15 pupils, or schools that are totally abandoned, no students, no teachers. So things like this, if we can address them within the school year, may fulfill what the President said, that there will be 1:1 ratio insofar as the school furniture is concerned, that there will be no more backlog in the classrooms. Now for the textbooks, the Department of Education and ARM no longer procures the textbooks. The allocations are given to us by the national government or by the DepEd Central, and they are distributed to us based on the schedule of delivery by the DepEd Central is the farthest will be delivered first. But unfortunately, the delivery for the ARMM for the last school year arrived only last February. So it arrived at the end of the school year. What we only have now are allocations for purchase of instructional materials. We presently have them in our office. It was delivered about a week ago, and it is due for delivery to various provinces or divisions. The teachers need, we have a teachers need of around 2,700 teachers backlog. But this again is of course has to be checked with the data on enrollment for this present school year. Because in the study conducted by Assy in support of the BIM project, it would appear that Lanao del Sur still needs more than 2,000 teachers. But the result of the investigation or data validation conducted by the Office of the Regional Government, they discovered that there are schools as similar to the case of the province of Tawi-Tawi. There are schools that are totally abandoned or no pupils, no teachers are actually reporting that school. When we assume office, our initial step with the regional governor was to personally deliver the check to teachers. This was one way of addressing the issue on whether or not teachers in the department or in the area or there are ghost teachers in the area. Before we assume office, rather last December, the previous administration had the payment of salary, the year-end bonus, and the productivity incentive bonus through the land bank for the teachers to personally withdraw their salary. More than 100 teachers failed to withdraw their salaries, but we are still allow some individuals to claim their salaries upon presentation of valid reasons. But there are about 54 teachers who failed to receive their salaries. And when we validated as another efforts of the department to look into the existence of ghost teachers, we verified our payroll system. There is an alpha list or the list of teachers being paid out of our payroll system as against our Form 3, the list of teachers in each school as certified by the school principal. We discovered that there were 54 teachers or persons who are being paid, yet their names are not recorded on the Form 3, and neither were they issued any valid appointments. So these persons were actually, or this was the number mentioned by the President in his zone. Our greatest effort now really is to address the issue of teachers who are utilizing somebody to teach or in their behalf, or substitute teachers. Previously, a substitute teacher means when a teacher, for example,